Hello bass and cello friends. So today we're going to build on our music alphabet knowledge, and we're going to talk about where our notes live on the lines and spaces of the staff. So if you've got your binder, go ahead and get out your amazing note reader workbook. If you don't have your binder, don't worry about it, because you can follow along in the video and just call out the note names as we do it. And try to call them out before I do to see if you can get them right before I show you. So let's get started. Once you find this page, take a look at our bass clef. You will notice that there's two dots. Every time we draw the bass clef, we have these two dots and they live on line 4. Well, what that means is that they're telling us that that's where the F is. So sometimes people refer to the bass clef as F clef. So if you ever hear someone say F clef, you know it's talking about us. So let's look at our music alphabet from the F. So we're gonna do the notes going up first. So if we start here on the F and we go line space, what is one note after F? So that has to be G. And so this space up here is a G. Now, if we go up one more to this line, what comes after G? Well, there's no H, there's no I in the music alphabet, so we put an A here because we restart our alphabet. Okay, so let's go down now from the F. We go down one note in the alphabet, we have an E. Go down one more. What do you think we have? A D. That's our open D. And then we have a C. We have a B comes before C. We have an A. And we have a G. So you'll notice we have more than one G and more than one A. And if we were to keep going up with ledger lines, you would see all these letters repeat themselves. So let's look at it from another perspective. Let's go down to our next exercise. So they already gave us our F. So we now know that the bottom line is a G. G, skip A, B. All right, I'll fix that B, guys, because that was terrible. It's kind of hard to draw with this. Okay, so we know that's a B. B, skip C, gives us D, open D on your instrument. D, skip E is F. F, skip G is A. So we have G, B, D, F, A. Now sometimes we like to use a mnemonic device to remember letters like this. So here's one that I learned. Good boys do fine always. So you can make up your own as long as it's school appropriate if it helps you to remember. Now let's look at our spaces. So we know from the first exercise that we start with an A. For my bass friends, that is open A. For my cello friends, that's one finger on the G. A, skip B, gives us C. C, skip D, gives us E. Now for both bass and cello, that E is one finger on the D string. E, skip F, gives us G. So we have A, C, E, G. And the mnemonic that I learned for that is all cows eat grass. Okay? Now, let's do our last exercise on this page of the workbook. So on this one, what I'd like you to do is fill in the note before I do. I'm not going to tell you till the end. If you don't have your worksheet, call it out loud and see if you can name the note before I write it. Ready? Here we go. Okay, how did you do? We have B, E, C, D, F, A, G, G again, and then A again. So you will notice here we have two G's, and here we have two different A's. So we know that we have more than one A or more than one G on our instrument. This is why it's super important that we learn how to read the notes in their position on the staff. You have to train your brain to know that if you see this note, I know if I'm a bass player, that is my open G. But if I see this, I know it's a G, but that's my low G. So that's 2 fingers on the E string. If all we did was write down the letter G, we don't know which note to play, and there are more than one G on the instrument. So I hope this has been helpful. In our next activity on Canvas, you will have some practice exercises that are kind of fun to do. So good luck and have fun, and I'll see you later.